Welcome to our first yoga video class. Well, here goes. It always feels better when you get on your mat. Phenomenon. So let's get on our mats. And as we're finding our comfortable seated position, enjoy your exhalations. Feel the release with your exhalations. They're so important. So we'll find our comfortable seated position. And I thought we'd start with something that, most of you that come to my classes will be familiar with. And that's our initial settling and our initial opening, ready for our yoga practice. So come and sit down. Find your sits bones. Oh, there they are. Soften your eyes. Check in with your core, with your energy center, your grounding chakra, however you like to relate to this area. It will ground you, and we will need so much to be grounded. So check in. Take your zipper from your perineum and gently and lovingly zip up to your belly button. Feel a length come through your sternum and a broadness across your shoulders. So we know that we need to take those shoulder blades towards our spine and down our spine. With each checkpoint, enjoy your breath. Feel the length through the vertebrae of your neck, like a string gently lifting you towards the ceiling. Feel the horizontal position of your chin. Take your hands either side and lift. Turn your palms to the ceiling. Take your width and lengthen your width. Exhale your elbows to behind your waist and gently place the backs of your hands somewhere on your legs. If you're sitting cross-legged, they'll be here. If you're sitting with your legs out in front of you, if you're sitting on a chair, on a bolster, however you find your comfortable seated position. Now you can create a mudra, taking your first finger and your thumb, place. And here we begin our journey of going internal. We are looking for the place within us where we find stillness. We use our breath as the vessel to calm our mind, to bring in this pranic energy that is so readily available and in abundance throughout the universe. Soften your face. Soften your jaw. Feel a sense that there is no hurry. Even though we know we're going to begin our yoga class, there is no hurry. We are just sitting. We are being. We are still. observe our breath and natural rhythm. And here we can make our first inquiry. How are we breathing? Are we breathing shallow and high in our chest? Are we breathing deep and slow? Don't change it, just witness it. That's your breath for today. But we'll make a note of it, and at the end of class we'll return and check in and see if we have the same breath or has our breath changed. And it won't matter either way. It's an observation, an inquiry. We're going to take our hands, place them either side of our body. Inhale and lift our arms parallel to our shoulders, continuing the inhalation. Turn your palms to the ceiling and bring your hands high, lengthen. Bring a length to your side body. Exhale. Palms turn, come down. Move in your breath. Sorry if I'm going a bit fast, it's quite an unusual feeling. In my mind, I'm trying to imagine you all here with me. Lengthen through. Exhale, nice and slowly. Inhale and lift once more. Lengthen the width of your span. Lift. Hands come together. Exhale. Bring your hands down to a place in front of you. Bring your shoulder blades around your back. Let them wrap around, almost coming under your armpits. Tuck your chin into your chest. As you inhale, allow the chest to lead, and lift. If your neck is feeling good, you can follow the thumbs with your gaze. But it doesn't matter. If your neck's not feeling good, please don't stretch your neck. Exhale. Round your spine. Bring some flexion into this spine. The vertebrae of your neck, release the whole length. Inhale. Stretch out here. Bring the chest through. Lift up. Exhale. So we're going to go one more time. If your shoulders are not impressed, you keep your hands wherever. You can have them open and you can be inhaling and exhaling. You do it your way to suit your body. Inhale and lift. Hands come to either side again. And we're going to inhale. We're going to take our right hand and lengthen it. Keep contact with this left buttock. Take the left hand around onto your sacrum. Roll that shoulder back. Tuck your chin in. You're bringing a lateral extension to your spine. Do it gradually. Use your breath. Use your breath to extend in an inhalation and ground with your exhalation. If you've got some room, you can start to bend this right elbow. You could lift this left hand up and over. Wherever you choose, you will still be having your lateral extension to suit your body today. Inhale and lift. Take the left hand out, the right hand will come behind us. Our connection with both sitting bones remains equal. The chin will tuck in. And you may find some depth, you may not. Doesn't matter. Inhale and lift. Exhale, return to your seated position. Take your hands back and uncurl your legs, and we'll give them a bit of a shake out. They've been a bit locked in there. Just roll back on your wrists, bring your legs up, and we're going to release through these ankles. So rotate in one direction. Oh, feels good, hey? Rotate in the other direction. Backwards and forwards. Beautiful. Beautiful. Now we're going to come up onto our hands and knees. So as we come up onto our hands and knees, we want to come up with strong hands. So imagine you're in warrior pose. You've got the big, wide, strong warrior fingers. So lift them up. Place your hands down, warrior fingers. If you can, have your wrists below your elbows below your shoulders, your knees below your hips. If your wrists are not happy, you can bring your hands a little bit forward. You can roll your yoga mat and use that as a little bridge so that you're resting more on the pads of your fingers and your pads of your hands than your wrists. You can take your yoga blocks, and you can take your yoga blocks in front of you and wrap your fingers around your blocks. These are all little tricks that will lift the pressure from those wrists. So, untuck your toes if you have them tucked. I'm going to take the blocks away because even though it feels good, I'm more used to just doing it like this. So seat yourself. We're always going to ground ourselves. We're going to take a moment to connect with our breath. We're going to start to appreciate the fact that we can breathe through our side lungs, the backs of our lungs. We have got a huge expanse of free space in our back where there's no organs, there's no structures, freedom. So when we can, we want to utilise that. Here we've got heart, esophagus, all our bronchioles, lots of stuff happening here. So let's use our back sometimes. And settle. We're going to inhale and bring our chest through our arms and lift our coccyx to the ceiling. We're going to exhale and take our chest back and up, and chin comes in to our chest. And we're going to repeat. Chest comes through. The core is active. We want to keep that core nice and active and strong. We begin to move very fluid with our breath. And it's a beautiful, beautiful feeling. So I'm just going to do some little sequences that we've been doing that we're familiar with. Exhale and come to a neutral back. Tuck your toes under, take your buttocks back. Lengthen through your front body. The cups that I always talk about under your fingers. Lots of space between the mat and your elbows. Your ears will come to a place near your upper arms, and we lengthen. Take our hands down. Activate your core. Inhale, lift, bring your shoulders over your wrists, lengthen. Exhale, take your buttocks back. So just use a few breaths. We'll do 3 breaths. Inhale, exhale. So if you'd like a little bit more challenge or more strength as you inhale, press in with your toes, lift your knees. As you exhale, take your knees down, take your buttocks down. If you'd like a little bit more, inhale, lift, and stay lifted. So whichever option you chose, just do another 3. After your 3rd, come down, big toes together, knees apart, and come down into child's pose. And we know all through our practice, if we need to come down, we come to child's pose. So let's just lay in child's pose. Just take a few breaths. If you need to, shake out your wrists and lay in child's. Here we are. We'll inhale and bring ourselves up. We're going to lift all the way up. Buttocks in, squeeze your buttocks in. Lift and come back down. So now we've got our knees together, our feet together. And as we lift, we're going to squeeze our buttocks together and bring our pelvis forward. We're going to bring some length to our thighs. When you come down, tuck that chin in. Allow the vertebrae of your neck the same flexion that you're giving to your spine. So this time when we come up, we're going to tuck our toes under. We're going to bring our hands to our heart centre. We're going to lift our right foot forward and exhale into that right leg. So the left thigh, further length. Inhale and lift. Exhale, come into a gentle twist. Inhale, return to centre. As we exhale, we're taking our buttocks back to our heel and lifting this right foot, rolling it back and coming down. So now we're bringing the length to our whole back leg. Toes come nice and towards your calf. So the whole back of your leg, that's towards your shin it should have been, not calf, sorry. And lengthen. Inhale and come forward again. Hands come to prayer. And we're going to take that leg back. Inhale, we'll bring the left foot forward. Exhale into that left leg. If you find your knees I'm not appreciating this, you can do a few things. You can pop a towel under your knees. Now I had a wobble then, so the thing to do is if you have a wobble, just widen the space between the back leg and the front leg. If your back knee is not liking this, or you would like some more depth, you can straighten that leg here. Inhale. Exhale. Nice gentle twist. Inhale. If you had your back leg up, bring it down now. We're going to lengthen. Roll the left foot back. Toes come to the shin. If you've got a toe journey happening, you don't need to have your toes tucked under. You can have your toes down, be sort of sitting on your heel and lengthen through. Take your grounding breaths. Find your place. Soften your face and relax your jaw. Find your place. Inhale, come back up. Bring that left leg back and come down. And lift again. Inhale. Hips come forward, thighs lengthen. Exhale, come down. Inhale, forward. Exhale, ground into this. Inhale, lift. Exhale, come down, hands either side, back toes under, lift, come into your high lunge. Exhale. The back foot, take the heel down, lengthen through that back foot. Come down deep, or as deep as you can. Exhale. Now bring that left foot forward and come to the front of our mat. Chin tucked under, knees tucked in. Bent knee, gentle Uttanasana. As we inhale, we begin to uncurl ourselves. So we want to keep our neck tucked, our chin tucked, knees bent. You can feel the hips come forward, the knees lengthen, the chin lifts. Ah. Exhale. There we go. So we stand here in Tadasana. If you feel more comfortable and more balanced, take a wider stance. If you have any problems with your lower back, if it's tweaking or feeling at all uncomfortable, even wider, try with slightly bent knees. Activate through your core, everybody, activate through your core. Just gently tilt your pelvis forward and lengthen. Find your Tadasana where you can stay with strength and stillness. I like to bring my toes up, spread my toes out, place my toes down, lift my heels, and then do just a couple of little backward and forward movements to find that place where perhaps my buttocks are under me. Scan through your whole body, through your calves and your shins. Activate your knees without constipating your knees. So more or less, just bringing a beautiful feeling of openness to the back of your knees. Lengthen through your thighs and your hamstrings. And with this beautiful union of the lower back and your core, there's a really feeling of strength and stability. These guys work together all the time. We just forget to connect with them. So sometimes they get a bit, sloppy, this connection. So we've got to try and look after this. Lengthen and broaden. Lengthen through your neck. Your Tadasana is strong. Your Tadasana is the foundation for all your standing postures. So inhale and take our right foot back and land our right foot at about a 45-degree angle. Both legs are strong. We're going to inhale and lift. We're going to exhale and open. So we'll come into Trikonasana first. So this back hand can come down onto your sacrum with the palm facing your sacrum. So this will allow you to maneuver this shoulder. If the shoulder is injured in any way, you keep your hand wherever the shoulder is happy. We're going to exhale and tilt. Inhale and lift. We're going to do that a couple of times, and we're going to have a think about what's happening with our legs and our hips. So as we inhale, we can draw up just gently through our thighs. As we exhale, we're going to take the right hip out and the left hip almost sucking up. Roll that back, that shoulder, chin nicely tucked in, and exhale. So this time we'll bring our arm into play. So bring your hands together. Inhale and lift. Exhale and bring your arms down. Just check the back arm. Sometimes this isn't where you think it is. The right one or the front arm you can keep an eye on. Now as we exhale, we're going to take that hip back. This hip sucks up. So it's almost like we're reaching out for both walls here. Exhale, bring your front hand down to a place that is your place for your Trikonasana. Palm of the back hand, roll the shoulder back. Inhale and lift. Your gaze can come up to your hand or wherever your neck is happy with. Inhale and lift. Exhale, toes come together. Walk or jump, however you like to. Bring your feet back on your mat. Beautiful. And we're going to step our feet back out. We're going to turn the other foot to face the opposite side of our mat, the short edge. The back foot, 45 degrees. Connect again with this little gorgeous union here. Inhale and lift. Exhale and open. Back hand onto your sacrum. Other hand can just come down for now because we're going to inhale and we're going to take our body in this lateral extension and inhale and lift. Draw this thigh up. Extend this hip back. Chin tucked in. Imagine you're in between some glass platens. How's the abdomen going? So we're not bending, we're creating space. So often when we go into Trikonasana, we just sort of collapse down into it. But what we want to do is, as we inhale and lengthen, we're actually creating this length. Imagine there's a big ball in here, and you're over the ball. And come back. Bring your hands back to Kriya Mudra. Check in with your core. Inhale. Exhale. Back hand, come back to your sacrum. Lift. Now lengthen. Roll. Inhale if you want to when you're ready, and lift. Keep your breath smooth. Inhale. Toes come together, hands come to our heart center. Just come up on your toes so you can change the orientation of your toes. So now they're going to be just slightly tracking outwards. We're going to bend our knees. Exhale, our back to a tabletop. If we can, bring the hands down to the mat. If you've got blocks with you, you can have your hands on the blocks. Tuck your chin in. Begin to release. Release through the top of your head. Release through the lower back. Take some breaths. If you're feeling a little sinusy, keep your gaze high. It'll take the pressure from your face. You're still going to get the release from your lower back. And we'll inhale and return to standing. Feet come together. Beautiful. We're going to take our feet wide again. Foot comes to the short front edge of your mat. Again, this back foot at about a 45-degree angle, and we're just going to widen our distance between each feet. We're going to inhale again and lift. As we exhale, we're going to bend this front knee. We're still going to lengthen out either side. So we want to touch both of these walls. This knee will track gently back over your foot. If your hip is not happy with this, you allow that knee to come wherever the pain is relieved. If you find that the width of your warrior is too much, just bring it back in a little bit. You want to maintain your even breath. And we stay in warrior here. And inhale and reach out to the front of our mat. Palm comes up. Elbow comes, back hand, sacrum, roll, lengthen. If your shoulders are happy and you're happy, inhale and bring this back hand all the way over. Inhale and bring it up. Bring this front hand up and over. Inhale. Come up, straighten through the front leg. Feet come to the front, long edge. walk your feet, return. We'll just do that on the other side. So we're going to step our feet wide, 45 degrees, straight out the front of you. Just check through your whole body. Activate strongly through this back leg. Maintain a good connection with the long edge of your foot and the mat. Inhale. Exhale, open, and bring the front knee into a bent orientation. With an inhalation, bring yourself forward. Exhale, come down, hand to your back. Inhale. I could feel my knee then was starting to creep forward, and I don't have any pain there, so it's just the habit of our body will shift. And so we keep inquiring with our breath, and as you send your inquiry through, you will notice, you'll begin to notice straight away. Inhale and lift. Oops, no we weren't. Inhaling and going back. Inhale. Exhale. Feet walk together. And come and stand together. Widen our feet again. We're going to have toes gently coming in towards each other. Tabletop back, all the way down. Your hands come to the floor. Bring your hands to the floor, tuck your chin in. Take a few breaths of release here. To put a slight bend in our knees. Bring ourselves all the way up. Bring your hands up. Take your thumbs to the nape of your neck. Chest forward and open. Exhale all the way through. Imagine you're an elephant squirting water out of its trunk and squirting the water all over your back. A bit of spring in your legs. Ah, beautiful. Come to your standing position. Return to Tadasana. So we're going to come down now and we're going to return to sitting on our mat. Or kneeling on our mat. So bring your knees wide. So big toes will come together. Keep a connection with your buttocks. Lengthen. Bring your length through. Now relax through your arms, and you can bring your arms down by the side of you. Again, if you have congestion in your sinuses, prop your chin up on your wrists. Bring release to your face. If you like, you can just lay with your pillow. Your hands have made a pillow for you. We'll bring ourselves up here. We're going to lengthen through. And that first little exercise we did or one of the first ones, when we brought our inhalation over, we're going to exhale until we come down to lying on our tummy, and then inhale and just lift ourselves up a little bit. Exhale, take our buttocks back. So we've just extended this little sequence a little bit further than we did originally. So inhale, keep your elbows tucked in to your waist. Exhale, come down. Inhale and lift. Few of you, most of you actually, will be familiar with this. So see where your inhalation's going. Which part of your lungs are you using? As you come down here, your next inhalation will probably be through your back. As you lift and exhale and come back. So we'll just do this a couple more times, really lengthening through when you're bringing your buttocks back to your heels. Exhale. As you inhale and lift, buttocks will come together. Length through your spine. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Beautiful. Just bring our left leg through, and our right leg through. We're going to come to our sitting position once again. So we're just going to do a twist. Up to you how you have your legs. Again, if you've got one sore leg, one not sore leg, this is fine. Hips or knees playing up, anything at all that causes you grief, this is also fine. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take one foot through, the other foot over. And I'm not calling them left or right because I'm actually not sure whether this is going to flip it around on the video, so we'll wait and see. Remembering, this is our first. Inhale and lengthen through. Hug this knee in. We've lengthened it, we've stretched it, activated all of your beautiful internal mechanisms that allow the movement of muscles, ligaments and tendons. So inhale. I'm going to lift. I'm lifting my left arm here. I'm going to wrap it around my right leg and bring that leg towards me. I'm going to take my right hand behind me and lift through my sternum. Making a conscious decision that this other leg, so my left leg, is staying in contact with the mat. As I exhale, I'm going to open my twist. So we start with a nice open twist. And using your breath again, as you inhale, you lengthen. As you exhale, you ground. And if we take even 5 breaths here, you can often feel that you have more grounding than you realised you had, and certainly more than the first breath. With your next inhalation, lengthen through. As you exhale, bring your torso around and wrap your right hand around this leg and open. Allow your gaze to be soft. Allow your jaw to be soft. Inhale and lengthen. Exhale, bring your torso to centre. Lengthen out through your legs and give them a little bit of a release. And we're going to swap over. So I'm taking my right foot under and my left foot over. Inhale, lift my right hand, wrap it around my left leg and bring it into me. My right leg is staying on the ground, and this can sometimes be a little bit more effort than you think to keep that there. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, left hand. Allow your chest to bring your spine its twist. You're extending inhalations, grounding exhalations. Exhale deep into our belly, into that energy centre. Inhale and lift. Exhale, going to bring my torso around, my hands into change. With my inhalation, I lengthen. With my exhalation, I open. Inhale and lift. Exhale, bring your body around to centre, lengthen out through your legs, release. Swing yourself around and come down on your mat with your feet up near your buttocks. I'm going to gently roll just a little bit onto our sacrum. Activate this core. Bring yourself up on your toes. Open up through your arms. Lengthen through your back. If you want to go deep here, we can take our hands back, have our fingers facing towards our buttocks and raise our feet. It's up to you, pointed toes or flex toes, your choice. But we try and bring our chest and our thighs together. And release. Release those feet right down near your buttocks. Bring yourself all the way down. Tuck your chin in towards your chest. Roll your shoulder blades back. Inhale, bring your knees to your chest. Flatten out through your sacrum. Wrap your fingers around your knees so they face down towards your toes. And we'll begin to release through our sacrum. We start with little swirls. We make the swirls bigger and bigger and bigger. And then we can feel this release coming up our spine, across our ribs, around our shoulders, until it is our whole back feeling this release. And then we reverse, big, big, big swirls. Getting smaller and smaller until we return to our little place that we started. Beautiful. Take our feet down near our buttocks. Bring your hands down by your sides. Once again, roll those shoulders as if you're going to stand on them. In shoulder stand, I mean, not stand on your feet, on your shoulders with your feet. Now there's some flexibility if you can do that. Tilt your pelvis slightly forward. Activate your core. Lift your toes, spread them wide. Feel the strength of your feet, your legs, your arms. And we're going to inhale and we're going to lift our pelvis and our hips off of the mat and roll our chest back towards our chin. Squeeze the buttocks in. With your next inhalation, a little bit more lift. Release through that back. Find the strength of every part of your body in lifting and supporting your torso. As you exhale, roll your spine from the top of your spine up near your neck, all the way down to the bottom of your spine. And take a breath. We're going to do that one more time. So realign yourself if you want to. Spread your toes. Chin in. Inhale and lift. And roll your chest back. And lift. Squeeze those buttocks together. You can get more lift with your next inhalation, do so. When you're ready, you come down, allowing your lower spine to come down last, and roll your knees to your chest. Bring them in. Take your hands wide if you've got the room. If not, we go our cactus arms. Take our feet out to one side, whichever side suits you. And your gaze will go to the opposite side and begin to soften your face. Inhale, bring your knees through your centre, out to the other side. Face points in the opposite direction and release through your face. You can soften your lids over your eyes, release through your jaw. Inhale, bring your knees to your chest. Wrap your arms around your knees and bring your forehead towards your knees. Lengthen. Bring your whole body onto your mat as we lie in Shavasana. And find our central line. We'll take a couple of breaths, and with each of our exhalations we'll truly release to gravity. Connect with your breath. When you feel absolutely without any stress in your body. And we begin our journey of inquiry. And we send our breath of inquiry to all the parts of our body. And we will feel some resistance. We've all got areas that are more fluid than others. But we become very intimate through our yoga practice with our body. We listen to the signs that it's sending us, and we respond with love and deep affection. With this breath connection, and this deep sense of relaxation, you lie in Shavasana for as long as you want to lie in Shavasana for. Begin to bring an awareness back to your body, back to your place on the mat, your place in your room, in your space. Begin to bring an awareness to your breath. Some subtle movements to your body. Wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes. Perhaps pull your knees in. Find little adjustments to your body. Begin to elongate your inhalation. Elongate your exhalation. And with your next extended inhalation, take a full body stretch. Fingers and toes. Audibly sigh through your exhalation. Ah. When you're ready, roll over onto your side. Whichever side you choose is fine. We'll remain with a soft face. And we'll begin to send that inquiry through our body. The next inhalation, softly bring yourself up to your comfortable seated position. Raise your arms. Bring your elbows in behind you. Place your hands on your legs. Create your mudra if you so wish. And observe your breath, the natural rhythm of your breath. Has it changed through your practice? Has it remained the same? And to bring our hands to our heart center. And to inhale and lift our thumbs to our forehead. And with deep sincerity, we set intentions for good thoughts. Our hands to our lips. With deep sincerity, we set intentions for good words. Our thumbs to our heart center. With deep sincerity, we set intentions for good deeds. these words, these thoughts, these deeds are all towards ourselves. Our thoughts, words, deeds will be good and kind. And from this place, we can radiate. We have a couple of moments of stillness. Of gratitude. There are so many ways that this week we can be aware of how we can take our yoga practice away from our mat and into our world. Bringing calm, a sense of control, strength, wisdom, grace. Please take extra special care. Keep yourself super healthy, rested, relaxed. Thank you everybody. Namaste.